Hello again, welcome back to another daily Binding of Isaac Repentance. It's June 17th, Friday. Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Which, I think by the time this video comes out, it may not be a Friday. Could be, I don't know, I haven't really looked. It'll be like coming up at the end of the month, though, that's for sure. Okay, so last run, last night I was like, oh, let's try to do another run. A quick one. It was kind of quick, but painfully slow, if that makes sense. Not great stats in the beginning. And items, too. Seed here is QDPXEKK1. Alright, that's... I know what that is, I think. That planetary item, what that does is it gives me the ability to see where the boss room's at, and then when we clear the floor, it removes old curses and gives me a sun card effect, I believe, too, which is actually pretty handy for this character, since we have health. Plus, the big benefit is the curse removal stuff. So that's not bad. And our speed is a little bad. Damage is better than average. Fire rate's finally good. Finally, as in like it better than what it was last run. Last run was oh, we got the stapler too. Look at that. Would you look at that, Barbara? Got the stapler. Now it could have been like Bob's brain, assuming that's still in the golden chest or something. Bob's brain isn't bad in itself at times, but I don't like taking it so much. There are some advantages and disadvantages of having Bob's brain. This feels like a secret room, by the way. Yeah. Last run, I mean, I kind of gave it my all to a point. Like, I suppose if I didn't use the blood bank machine and, you know, try to garnish some coins, then I suppose that I would have survived a lot better than what I did. So a lot of that health that I lost would have been avoided if I didn't do that. I mean, things happen. Like sometimes I go overboard, but also we had cursed like items we're picking up too. So like that didn't help either. So it was a mix of like my fault and the game's fault. I suppose if I didn't miss a devil deal, there could have been a chance of getting something really good out of it. A chance. I mean, devil deals aren't inherently great. Yep, sun card effect. That's what I thought. And curse removal. Did I just get a random damage up? Wait a minute, is that something they've added in this game? Hold the phone. What do I have? Soul? I think it's called Soul. S-O-L. Alright, let's see here. S-O-L item Isaac. I believe it's called Soul. Yeah. They might have added some additional features to it. So once you clear the boss, it gives you a +3 damage and 1+ luck for the rest of the floor. Oh, okay. Was that something they added recently, or was that always a thing? Because I know it heals and removes all the curses from the floor. Okay. Well, that's still pretty good. Like, if we just go straight to the boss, then we can go the rest of the floor and clear it out better. That's cool. The curse is the big one. Not just like the sun card effect, but also getting rid of the curses. It tells you where the boss room is, if there's no, like, curse of whatever. That one's an interesting item, too. Black hole isn't inherently bad. In fact, maybe I'm going to take that. Because Sprinkler's good, but it's situational with that. Whereas with this sucks up enemies better. and we can even break rocks and stuff with this. So there's an inherently a better, oh, did that by mistake. Inherently, there's a better utility with this item. I mean, sprinkler could be really broken if you got like car battery, or if you've got something like, say, yeah, car battery. And if you're doing something like boss rush, then you can pop that sucker like constantly. Not constantly, but like every 2 rounds. Yeah. Now if you had like 9 volt, then that's like, yeah, about every 2 rounds, and then, yeah, it'd still be 2 rounds because it's a 4-room charge, yeah. It's still pretty good. It's also pretty good too for, oh, what is it? Greed mode. Really good in greed mode. Because you could pop those in multiple rounds, because you have more rounds, I think. Or just as many rounds as boss rush. So that's pretty good too. Also, I had some plans I was going to do today, but then I kind of changed them. I'm like, nah. Kind of situational stuff. That I couldn't really, like, get addressed immediately. So, well, we got the curse on there, but don't worry, no fret. Don't fret here. Because we're going to get that all resolved once we kill this boss. If we kill this boss. I'm pretty sure we will. Look at this. This is Plum. Plum used to be like an issue for me when I first played Repentance. I mean, even in Afterbirth, Antibirth, I had issues. So there we go. We got that. Yeah, Sun card effect. So it tells us everything is. All right. I guess to be fair, I could have like not popped that pill so I didn't teleport and miss out on this. All right. Or we can still, well, we can still get another play here. If I leave the room, I'm gonna probably lose it, so. All right. We lost it, okay. Well, it didn't hurt. So now that we know where our curse room's at, not curse room, our secret room is at, we can try to throw this down. All right. I believe it does work here. Let's try it. I'm hoping. It doesn't look like it does. It doesn't work like that. All right, well, good to know. I know rocks they do. But you know what? It's good to know that kind of stuff. Sometimes you just don't know with Isaac. There's so many different kind of synergies and stuff. You just don't know what's going to work for what and why. Sometimes the why is not... There's no explanation for the why unless you know a lot about the game. Okay, so... I think this gives me soul hearts or keys and bombs. Because the next floor gives me like a boss item. Alright, keys and bombs. Still pretty good. Pretty good investment. Even though it doesn't give me a freaking item. Yeah. Now, do I want the flipper thing? Probably not. The crooked pennies. Oh, hello. Well, thanks for the extra money, sucker. That's another thing, too. That's kind of rare where you see that. Unfortunately, we had the power and stuff to get them. All right. We have one more bomb. One more opportunity to feign a super secret room. Maybe here. Okay, it's either up there or is in a couple rooms down on the bottom. We're checking here for extra goodies. There's a couple of extra goodies. Got 3 cents off of that with 1 key. Probably not much of a good profit with 3 coins as opposed to like 5 coins for a cost of a key, but that's... We got plenty of keys. Okay. So what else has been going on? Well, I went shopping a little bit. I was reading something about there is a shortage of chili peppers, so I got like a chili pepper flakes and stuff. I'm not sure where you use chili pepper flakes except for like maybe spaghetti and like I don't know what else. Yeah, spaghetti, duh. But then like what else to use it for? I guess you could put it in certain dishes. Like I assume you could put it with eggs. You cook eggs up and put some chili pepper flakes in there. I mean, you could do it with black pepper. I mean, I don't see how you can't utilize the red pepper, the chili pepper flakes for eggs. One time I tried putting sriracha sauce on some sausage. Just experimenting, like this I forget what kind of sausage it is. It isn't like sausage you put on a pizza. It's a different kind of sausage. Didn't work out too well. At least I experimented. Now sriracha, you can put those on. What I like to do is I would put them on blue corn chips, and then eat them. It's actually pretty good. Now I imagine you can use sriracha for like tacos and stuff like that, but I haven't made tacos like ever. And I haven't had tacos in years. I mean, I used to eat a little bit of tacos years ago at Taco Bell. Oh, I missed the Doritos Locos tacos. Oh, they were so good, but so unhealthy, and I can't have it anymore because the powder that they put on the hamburger meat is gluten, which makes it even tastier. I know. But, like, I'm not too bummed out about not having it anymore. I think health is more of a priority as opposed to, like, at least for me, more of a priority than, satisfying my appetite for things. Like, I haven't had Little Caesars in years, and I used to eat that a lot years ago. Same thing as like bready, doughy pizza. So it's like I haven't had Pizza Hut in years, and that was like another thing I used to eat a lot was Pizza Hut. I didn't care so much about the Pizzones. I would think like I'd probably like them. I like Pizzones, but not so much. I mean, I've even tried years ago this, it was a Doritos, like, cheese stick thing. How'd I describe it? It's like, man, how would I describe it? It's, I guess it is kind of like a cheese stick, but it's like triangular shape, like a Dorito, of course, and they put Doritos crumbs on it. Like, it wasn't even that great. I tried some weird stuff like that over the years, and, like, personally, I love mozzarella sticks. I do. I mean, I used to eat them all the time for years, even when I was a kid. I kind of, like, got picky at some point with chicken nuggets, especially at McDonald's. And I was like, no, I want mozzarella sticks. I want cheese sticks. And that one time when I was a kid, we went to a restaurant. It was a seafood restaurant downtown. And, you know, someone that was there, like, ordering food said, with me, was, like, saying when I was a kid, yeah, these are cheese sticks. Da-da-da. And actually, what they did was they tricked me. They told me after the fact it wasn't cheese sticks because they definitely didn't taste like cheese. It was like crab or something like that. But it was like in some kind of cheese stick form. I don't know. It was something like that. I mean, it was okay, but we wasn't near any kind of ocean to where that's going to be any fresh. It's not even freshwater stuff. More likely, I mean, it wasn't going to be a high-end thing, is what I mean. It's just going to be something out of a generic, you know, whatever. You know, packed away, ultra-processed, and lost a lot of its flavor and luster and everything. Not high-quality stuff. Although, like, last month, I actually did want to try lobster at this one pretty decent restaurant, but the problem was it was breaded for some reason. Oh, I remember this room. The one room when I had like half a heart left and I used the R key. I remember that room. Well, I managed to like pull that off. I think I didn't have the stats or something at the time, or health. I didn't want to risk it. No, I would give myself a chance to try lobster. As much as I don't care for like seafood in general, like I'll give lobster a try and some crab, like real crab, not like imitation crab, you know, imitation crab salad stuff, or what do you call it? Stuff that's been frozen. I want to try something that's came out of the ocean. It's clean. There ain't much mercury or anything weird, which a lot of that stuff isn't, unless you get something like tuna or whatever, which I'm not going to touch. I want to try some lobster. I'm very curious about lobster. Because lobster used to be this, or maybe still is, I don't know. But it was this, feels like it's this high-class meal, you know? Back then. Probably not so much anymore. Maybe. I don't know. I think it's still exotic and costly. Like, I can buy them in grocery stores and all that, but they're not going to be as fresh as if I get something out of a coastal city. And I don't want to taint my experience of eating something that isn't from, you know, super fresh like it's supposed to be. Like, I already ruined it with shrimp. Because they gave me spicy mustard sauce, and, well... Like, we're talking about kind of mustard sauce where it was like... Oh, how do I put it in words? It had too much garlic and spice to it. Like, it was unbelievably, like, salty, too. Unbelievably garlicky, salty. Like, it's like as if somebody has some burnt out taste buds or something. They never... I mean, I think that's probably what was the case at the time, was the cook probably burnt his taste buds somehow, and... Because I've heard that's a common thing for this restaurant at the time. The cook keeps screwing things up and adding too much spice to things they shouldn't even add too much to it. Basically, the spice, dipping it with the shrimp, there's so much of that flavor, overwhelming amount of flavor, that it destroys the magic out of the shrimp itself. It's like having really crappy cheese sticks and then, like... but you have such overwhelming flavor of the marinara sauce that you can't even taste any of the flavors of the cheese sticks. Now, marinara sauce, I used to not be a, I used to be picky with marinara sauce when I was younger, especially pizza sauce. Had a phase where I eat pizza with sauce, and then I had another phase where for a while I was eating pizza without sauce, and now it's like, oh, hell yeah, brother, I need that sauce on my pizza and marinara sauce. Alright, see what our health is here again. Oh, we're pretty good. Sty, which gives us a damage up. I don't know how much. Well, wait a minute. I thought the stapler fixes that effect, though. So it doesn't give you the one eye thing. Is that like... Does it give you the other eye effect if you got the item, got the stapler after you got that item? Did they fix something? I don't know. They did something to my precious. I mean, I tried, years ago, I tried this, what was it, some type of mollusk? Oyster? Is that what it was? Where you gulp it down, it's supposed to taste, not taste like, but it has the consistency of snot. It didn't bother me, the texture or anything. Did I care for it too much? I mean... It's whatever. Would I have it again? Probably not. Like, what's the point? I mean, I guess it's just some... I mean, it's good for you. It's got a lot of zinc and other minerals. Amino acids, but apart from that, like, I want to eat that every day. I mean, there is a chance of food poisoning or something like that because it's a raw fish thing. But... I'm not worried about that. It's just, I don't see myself eating that all the time. Now, I suppose if I go out to like some coastal city, I'd be like, yeah, let me try some fresh mollusk or whatever. That probably have a little bit of different flavor and consistency, I suppose, instead of frozen. You know, reheated somehow. Yeah, we'll get some red stew here. Have we had something like... Which I hadn't seen in a while. Oh, yeah, moving box. Like, no. You lost your shot, kid. Alright, I guess we'll get... Booster pack and see what we get here. 2 of hearts, ace of diamonds, that's not bad. A sun card, ace of diamonds we'll use in a room. Big room or something. Oh, we got a big room, here we go. Hopefully be a bunch of enemies in it. Like a bunch of flies or something. Oh, you little jerk. Shot speed could be a little better. Alright, you jerk. Hit me twice, huh? Nope. Definitely not worth using in here yet. Yeah. Well, no, I should have like broke them apart before I did that. Whatever. I don't care. Oh, you jerk. Man, I'm not doing so hot right now. Like, we got pretty decent damage. Even after the red stew goes away, we have some pretty good, sizable amount of damage. But I got the red stew because we need something to kind of accelerate things. Oh. Oh. Like, yeah, I know the other thing's pretty good, but like... You can't be missing out on Sacred Heart here. Even though it gave me another shot speed down, like the damage and the homing and stuff is far superior. It's overlooked all that bad stuff. Believe it or not, I never... Oh, we got 2 items here, too. Interesting. Definitely don't want, like, any golden teleporter. And I teleport. Golden razor, I'm sorry. That wild card could be very interesting. Especially if we get, like, a little R key action. Then we can pop the R key, not use any cards or space bars. and then pop that, and we get a second one. No cards, no pills, nothing. We use that, and then we can use it again. Now, if we find another wild card and not pop any pills and cards, we could do it again. So that's a lot of self-control that I don't really have. Now, if I had an allergy of seafood instead of gluten, like, I think it might be a little bit more easily manageable with that to some degree. I say to some degree because like things like iodine, and what do you call it? And like medical equipment and things like that. I think that's tied to fish. I think. In some cases. And then some medicines that kind of pair it up with fish, too. I think certain fish, like elements or something. And of course, you can't have fish oil, so it's like, because I take fish oil. I know, right? Like, I don't care so much about fish, but I take fish oil. Well, to be fair, like fish oil, yeah, it's got the fishy flavor to it, but it's not gonna be like eating a whole fish and having problems with it. By the way, I saw a lag spike, so I'm kind of... Oh, yep, I knew it. I'm gonna have to close this game out again. Why does it do that? Because you're on Windows 10. All right. I bet it is. I bet that's it. Curse you, Bill Gates. Yeah. Speaking of Bill Gates, I seen that Windows Internet Explorer is shut down after 27 years or something like that. I was like thinking to myself, well, wait a minute. Didn't they change the name? It rebranded as Microsoft Edge browser. How do you exactly discontinue something you rebranded and renamed recently? Are you implying like with older operating systems or something like that, they discontinue porting system updates on them? Similar to like old operating system stuff? Kind of wild to think about though, if that's the case, because it's like, when I was younger, oh boy, he's talking about when he was a kid. Oh boy. Well, hear me out here. When I was a kid, used to use the Internet Explorer. I mean, for years I've done that, even recently. But that was like outside of my... But that was only for like temporary things in recent years, like using a browser to download a different browser. Not inherently anything else. Like, so if I was working on new computers and there's a browser and stuff that I need to get, I grab it and then I destroy the Edge/Internet Explorer browser, get rid of it completely. Like in Windows 11, I've noticed, I was installing Windows 11 on someone's computer, like that damn thing would not want to go away. And that's, I guess, a common thing. They try to keep it on your system. And then when people try to mod it, then it's like, they get a system update. It's like, oh, looks like we fixed it. Hey, LOL, fixed this unintentional effect of you destroying this ability to use the thing. And so, I mean, I completely got rid of it off of Windows 11 on someone's laptop. Completely. Like, there's none of that crap coming back. Oh, we got Crystal Key too. Ooh. So evidently you can do that. If you get out as quick as you can, you won't have as many of those spawning. Which is pretty metal. Okay. We need like 2 hearts here. All right, well, we got that one. We got the sun. You know what? The sun card. Duh. And we have this. We can heal up. But anyways, going back with this whole thing. Do I want Lucto? Yeah, I think since we're getting close to the shop ending things here, I think it's good to take this with us, and then Soul Hearts. All right. Okay. I know that was just going to be an angel statue, but who knows? All right, Death card, Devil card, Strength card. We'll just take the Reverse Magician with us and head out. We'll keep the Crystal Key because that gives us a chance to find a red room if we clear a room. But yeah, going back with internet browser stuff, like, I mean, I used to use it since Windows 95, Internet Explorer, when Windows 95 was new. So you could probably kind of guesstimate how old I am, somewhat. Definitely not a Gen Z. Or am I? Well, I guess the oldest Gen Z supposedly is born in 97, but I've been seeing, like, if you're born in 95, you're Gen Z. So it's theoretically possible that that can be done at that age, using that OS, and remember it. But while I was using that operating system OS, not OS, that program, I was also, believe it or not, which it came to mind recently because I was looking into it. There was a thing called Netscape, and I almost forgot about that thing. I used that in schools, middle school. And that was in the computer labs, and that was on Apple computers, Netscape. Now, what did I think about Netscape at the time? Well, first off, I don't know. We didn't have much access with using the internet, but we used it occasionally. I can't really tell you if it was a good browser or not because I had very limited experience with it. I used it like, I don't know how many times I used it. I don't even know how long my class was, to be honest with you. Less than an hour, maybe? Every other day or every third day or something like that. Because we did, like, rotations, ABC days or whatever. I don't know, remember it was like an A, B, and B day only at the middle school, or if it was like A day, B day, C day, which it coincides with, like, so the reason why they break that up like that and it's different for different students is because so the classes don't get packed, and so one person can have gym day on A day, and another person can have gym day on B day, and etc. and stuff. As well as, actually, you know what? There was three of them, wasn't there? So A day would be like, say, like gym class. Just an example here. A day would be gym class. B day would be health class. That was another one too. And then C day would be, well, depending on what they put you in, because it gets a little bit more specific with that regard. That's where, oh, why did I pop this in here? That could have been good for the secret room or something. And then C day would be like art class, music class. Well, one school year I had was foreign language, believe it or not, 6th grade. But I guess I was at the point where it was at its peak before it left. As in, like, that was its last semester that they were going to have the thing for some reason, and then they just upped and got rid of it for some reason. So part of what we call quarters, there's 2 quarters. I mean, there's 4 quarters in a semester. And so, it's not like quarters where it's like a quarter of the year kind of thing. It's like, oh, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? No, wait a minute. So, wait. 2 quarters is a semester, I think. Now I think about it. Yeah. That's what I was getting at with that before. So I guess, yeah, you can compare it to a year. There's 4 quarters, right? Yeah. So you hear like Q4 or something like that for like stock stuff, or Q3 or estimation of when a movie or a game comes out. And that tells you like a kind of a generic timeline and when something's going to get released or whatever, or something's going to come out. So Q3, that could be, let's see, Q1 would be between so that'd be between January. It depends how they're doing it too. So it could be between January and April, I think. And then I think it goes from April until July or August, something like that. And then, you know what I mean? It keeps going until it gets to December. And so, of course, the quarters were a little different for school that we were at, because that would have been, okay, so a semester would be like half that semester is a quarter, and the other half is another quarter. So there's 2 of those. And so, getting my point here with this, so what happens is, you get these quarters. And so these quarters, I'm trying to remember because it's been a while. So I think, say you have art class or something, right? I think that lasts you for 2 quarters. I think. I'm trying to remember. If not, it's like 1 quarter, and then you're doing another class. But I am, actually, you know what? Now I think about it, now I remember now. So you're doing an entire quarter. An entire semester for a specific class. So, in middle school that I was at, there was this system set up to where it's like, okay, you know, they put you into a music class, and I think that lasts you for the semester. And then you got music, you got home ec, you got art, you have health class. There was a foreign language, and that foreign language was technically, now I remember with foreign language, that was technically a full semester. So I think the other ones fall in the same place. They're all semester based, and they're randomized. But then it got to the point after 6th grade, we had to take health class. That was a requirement. So everybody had to take health class. So that was always in like a rotation with things. I think there was A day, B day, and C day. So that means I think we had health class sometimes, or maybe we had it all the time. I can't remember. Either that, we had it sometimes, and then that gets switched off to say like music class, and then like computer class for a C day or something. Oh, hello there. You know what? We haven't played around with this a little too much. Let's just have some fun. Every 2 rooms for, well, that's regular magic. Never mind. Picked up the wrong thing too. Whatever. We're gonna win. I'm confident with it, unless I do something silly. Like, it's kind of a weird system, especially since I think based on your name or some kind of rotation or something, you get like a certain color sticker on your tag. Or so, okay, so you have your student ID, and your student ID is based on your rotation of when you have lunch. So you have, you have a first lunge, second lunge, third lunge in the skull, and that's, again, to reduce the amount of kids being all together at once. Because it's not a big skull, but there's quite a few students, so they don't want to jam pack everything. I don't even know what that thing does. Gives me extra luck and whatever else. Okay, cool. Probably has like another additional effect, but whatever. Well, it does help with luck-based stats, with luck-based tier effects, so that would give us an advantage, I suppose. We don't really need the luck toe anymore. Maybe increase our chances with synergy stuff here with our whatever infectious tier effect is. So that was like the rotation system back then. Like, I don't know if it's still like that or not, because that skull's been since like shut down, and they built a much bigger skull. So I mean, it's possible that they have a similar system still set up. And of course, it works the same way too with recess, because recess is tied right after you're done eating. You have X amount of time to go recess stuff. So as recess is going on for the first lunch, let's say, then near the tail end of it, we're going to take this, by the way. I forget the tier effect thing. We're going to just take this. Like near the tail end of the first recess, I think, the second lunch comes around and eat, I think. Oh, this is okay, that's what threw me off for there for a second. It's like, this is a red room. Wait, it's like, wait a minute. We got more than one door here. And we unlocked a secret room. Now, what kind of things do they have in my school for lunch, though? You might be wondering. Well, I think it's pretty similar to, like, other places. One of the things I used to eat quite a bit, because I used to eat sack lunch a lot. But one of the things I used to like eating is like these breaded, well, they're kind of like mozzarella sticks, but they're a little different. They're more doughy, like a white doughy thing to them or something, filled with cheese. Like, that stuff was so good. And I was still picky back then, of course, so I didn't have a whole lot of anything. Like, I missed out taco in a bag. That was a big thing at school. They had pizza too, which is like this tortillas or tortillas. We call them tostillas, pizza roll, pizza brand or whatever. Which, I had years later, like after school, like long after I graduated. I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna take this. The other one would have been good, but eh. It's K, but a little bit of extra where I needed to go and stuff would be nice here. Of course, when I when I got to high school, it was a little bit of a different story, because you had the 2 lunch lines. But then the third lunch line, it's an optional thing. So it doesn't cover with your lunch tokens or anything. You have to kind of pay. You got to have money on your card. It's an additional thing. So, like, there's a set amount of money that's in the card, right? For, like, whatever. But then there's a different separate set of money. So you get, like, food tokens or something like that. I can't remember. But you get something where it's like a system where it's like separate from the food tokens, but it's like cash is on there, I think, and then I can't remember how it was loaded on my card, because like it's separate from the food menu stuff, and this is like I suppose my mother or something put money on the card. That's how I was able to buy snacks all the time. So we're talking about like chips, ice cream, candy bars, the whole 9 yards. And this was around the time of the too, ironically, they were banning soda in the school and replacing it with diet soda out of the machines. Yeah, we have this. I guess to be fair, it's less likely that the kids are going to go around and getting soda and whatever else. Well, actually, no. Now I think about it, I don't think you'd even get soda at the time. I think about it out of the food lines. That was a machine thing. / there's also another. We had also too this type of. That's right. I don't have that other thing there. We had this type of like you have to pay money to get food, and there was this kind of this vendor thing at the school where it's like, hey, you can pay money for whatever. That they're selling there. Now I think they were also selling. See, that's Dr. Fetus. I don't think I want Dr. Fetus here. Or Epic Fetus. It's actually Epic Fetus. The one where the missile strike stuff, which it's K, but not really worth it for what my setup is here. And went the wrong way too, LOL. But I remember the time, there was a time where when they took that away, you can actually pay teachers. So you can give teachers a little bit of extra money. You know, the kind of pocket to go to their teacher's lobby where they have machines in there that aren't diet soda based. And you can get yourself a diet soda. So we would, well, I never tried it before, but like I've seen students, like other classmates, pay a teacher. They get soda out of the break room stuff. And then they get it from the teacher. I mean, it's kind of like a little black market, I guess. Like, it wasn't... So, keep in mind here, just kind of another thing to throw out there as well. There wasn't any laws that were being broken. Just kind of throw that out there right now, because what it was instead was this initiative at the time to cut down on sugar for students and stuff like that because of the obesity thing and whatever. Because that was around the time where like New York and other cities, well, not other cities, but like, well, yeah, New York is a city, duh, not just a state. But what I mean is like New York, for example, they were cutting back on sizes of drinks and try to do their own thing with like increasing diet sodas and decreasing sizes for sodas and stuff like that. Ooh, well, a little too late for that bloody crown. Well, thanks though. Like a floor, how dare you give it to me? How dare you give me generosity? And so back then, it was around that time where there's like a push on things, right? Against the soda and junk food industry stuff. Oh my goodness. I didn't think it was going to be giving me that many rooms to explore here. So that was kind of going on, because that was around the time where they're trying to get rid of the supersized stuff. So the movie like Super Size Me, it was around that time when they were talking about the portions, the bunch of sugar, the supersized sodas. I think because of that film, it caused the elimination of supersized sodas. There's like school initiatives about all this other stuff. So like my hometown was trying to do something of their own kind of regard without anything tied to law to deal with that.
Experimental pill.
There was always loopholes. I mean, they don't want to any student can just walk off a class and go to a nearby gas station and then get a soda and then bring it back. It doesn't stop them to get a 2 liter or anything. And you know, things like that. Or bringing a soda to school. Maybe if I was a little bit more rebellious back then, I could probably just get like a bunch of 2 liters, bringing me to school and sell them to kids for profit. Other students. Other classmates. That's what I should have done. Yeah, I would have made like pretty good killing off of that because they don't want diet soda because diet soda sucks. It tastes nasty. There's a distinct difference between diet soda and whatever else. A regular soda. And not to mention, ironically, diet soda is even worse for you and has even more sugar. Man, that's like a rare get right there, by the way. Not only a chest like that dropping, but having an item in the chest to pick up. Truly wonderful times. Wonderful things going on here in this run. Now, would I get in trouble doing that in school? I mean, I don't think so. Yeah, the school's going to have a policy, but then that's going to be on their part if they're selling and distributing. I'll be like a separate seller and distributor of my own regard as a student. I imagine they probably would try to stop me. But then I'll be rebellious and be like, all right, I'm just going to meet someone back at the school and sell them some sodas. Hey man, want some Pepsi? want some tasty Pepsi, non-diet? Oh yeah, I could hook you up, bruh. Oh my lord, look at that. Oh my god, no. Oh my god, yes. We're like, oh my god, no. Definitely will not be taking that weapon. But that's pretty good, though. There's a lot of risks and benefits with it, so. I don't know how they treat soda anymore in schools. I think since long after I left, I think they probably understand more of the science behind it and know that it's all inherently bad. Because with diet soda, it's like, oh yeah, there's no sugar in it, but actually there is. And sometimes they substitute it with aspartame, and that's used in like fuel mixtures for jet fuel and stuff like that. Pretty carcinogenic. I mean, I've had sugar-free Red Bull before, and regular Red Bull. I don't drink. Like, I don't think I've had an energy drink in years. Because they're both dangerous and risky to have. I'd say it's worse than soda. Because of the caffeine, the taurine, and everything to keep up the caffeine boost and less of a crash stuff. Like, I take taurine as a supplement, and you could boost your caffeine levels without crashing hard with it, but I don't drink a bunch of coffee and then take it, like immediately, or put it together. Taurine in itself is good for you in a small quantities, not like crazy amounts. I'm trying to remember without school stuff. Like, I know a little bit in grade school We had corn dogs and stuff like that, which at some point I got picky and I didn't want any of that. I'm gonna try something. Man, three room charge with the reverse strength card is actually pretty dope. It's actually kind of surprised there. It has such a short charge. Alright, Jello. That's not bad, I guess, but whatever. Because the reverse strength gives you like a damage boost, and it reduces the enemy's defense and stuff for like 20 or 30 seconds. And if you got a lot of damage, you can kill stuff pretty fast with this. Moon card. Let's try it.
The moon.
The only thing we probably get out of that machine is $1 for an item. Which is not inherently bad if we get a reroll option, but we don't have that. Ah, Botfly. Welcome aboard, my dude. I can't remember all that was in grade school lunches. Some of these other lunches too, because, you know, going back what I was saying earlier, it was a lot, and most of the time, well, all the time, pretty much, most of the time, like 99% of the time, it was pre-made lunches I bring. That's how picky I kind of was. It's not bad there either here. Probably was even healthier, honestly, with bringing my own lunch. Now I think about it over the years, because of how much processed stuff things have been put in anymore. Or even back then, there was processed stuff. I imagine the schools still have pop machines. Old high school, maybe. Maybe they reversed their decision stuff. Because I don't think they reversed it right after when I graduated, or shortly before I graduated. I think it was still in place. But I'm kind of curious if that's still a thing or not. Or maybe they replaced it. Honestly, like, something like Gatorade would be fine. I know Gatorade, the problem is like the food colorings and the preservatives. That's a bad thing. But I think that'd probably be better for them. I think there's less sugar. Maybe it's just as much sugar. I can't remember it anymore with that. It'd probably be a little bit of a better option than soda. And then water. Juice is like pushing it, because that has a lot of sugar in it. Okay, we got a void portal. We could do Mega Satan. That's like a 50-50 toss-up if we get the portal or not. I already did Delirium a couple runs ago, so maybe Mega Satan instead this time. Just kind of add up that variation. And we got Spider Transformation. Rare one indeed. I don't know what kids of 2022 are eating anymore. I don't know if Lunchables is still a thing. Even in my school of growing up, you almost never see a kid with Lunchables. I don't know if it's just because of the environment I was living in, which was not really a rich school district. Or it was just maybe the fact maybe it was crappy. Because I had it years later, you know, as an adult, and I didn't care for it too much. Now, I don't know how it was back then. Could have been the same. I just can't really compare because they've changed so much with adding stuff and taking away things. We got another transformation here. All right, this can be potentially interesting here because this is a super secret room, guaranteed to have 2 items in these chests. Hot bombs. 1 equals power. So both of these are not even the secret room pool that I can recall here. Okay, well, cool. I know at least in preschool, on the other hand, we did ants on a log. Which, even then I was picky with them. I guess to be fair, for a kid having celery with peanut butter and raisins, it probably wasn't that tasty. Like celery and, not celery, but peanut butter and raisins, like, yeah, of course kids are gonna like that. But then celery? Yeah. But I guess the point with the celery is like, you put the peanut butter and raisins, or you can sometimes use chocolate chips. That kind of masks the flavors, and that kind of encourages them to be adding substitute to things, I guess. Adding stuff to it to hide the flavor. I suppose that's the reason why they did that. Kind of encourage them to be like, hey, you're eating something healthy, and you're also adding some stuff to it to kind of reduce the nastiness of it or something, I suppose. It's a fun snack, and it's a somewhat healthy one. Yeah, so I guess that's my little treat to talk about with foods, my experience, I guess. I could go on forever about just different kinds of foods, but I think that's good for now for this video. Anyways, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.